welcome back to day 365 of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and let's see what's going on our little lovely island of Fawnhollow today. I can't believe it. We made it. Woo! Let's get a round of applause going. Woo! You can't see what I'm doing, but I clapped in a circle way. Get it? A round of applause? I don't know. The only proper way to start this off is obviously with a pun. But yes, it's here. Day 365 of Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's amazing. And if you're wondering if there's going to be a special video or something, it's not going to be this video. This video is going to be rather standard, to be honest, but check back tomorrow and there might be some special things coming, which I'll probably continue working on after this video, but still. Hello there, everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:45 PM on Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. And in typical Fawnhollow fashion, there's no news to share today. But yeah, there's some stuff in the works, but you'll see them tomorrow, hopefully, if it's finished in time. If it's not finished in time, that's kind of bad, but that's the plan at least for day 365, and it's weird to think about. You know, the fact that we've made it all the way over here. Like, obviously, hold on, let's read this letter first. My style savvy Junebug. Oh, it's one we've already seen, actually. But it's weird to think how far we come. Like, oh yes, we also got the Orange Cosmos from Benedict's Island. Didn't expect to get this far, to be honest. Random Crossing New Horizons. I suppose I'm not so much. Well, I am kind of one for sentimentality, I suppose, is what I was going to say. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but except for thank you if you've been here. If you've been here from day one, or if this is your first time tuning in, thank you for joining me on this journey through Fawnhallow. It's been a wild time playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's, of course, still is my favourite game series of all time. And just being able to relax in it every single day and, you know, talk about random stuff, be able to see the new updates every single time they come along, and then, you know, having people watch it. It's also crazy to me that people actually watch this in the first place, because this is the sort of thing that I was just, you know, doing for fun. I was going to play the game anyway, so, you know, why not make a video diary out of it in the first place? The fact that some people are actually tuning in, some people are, you know, tuning into other videos I'm making, because, you know, Animal Crossing, not always your thing. It's crazy to think about. So, you know, today I think we're just going to have a casual walk around Fawnhollow, and we'll see how much of it's followed. We're not going to do any chores and that sort of thing. We're just going to walk around, we're going to talk to everyone, going to revisit, I suppose, our own memories. If it isn't dear, thank you for coming over to see me, Ebola. I never imagined I'd come to this island and make such a dear friend. Life is full of wonderful surprises. Indeed it is, Amelia. And look how many surprises there have been for us in Fawnhollow. And many more to come, to be honest, because, you know, it's a game full of rolling updates, presumably. So we got a lot of things, amusingly, on our horizons still to see. And for that I look forward to. We have many more random conversations for me to fill up 30 minutes of random nonsense with, to the background of calming Animal Crossing music. Yo dear, feeling psyched, yarn? It's day not over yet, no matter what the sun says. Hello Vivian, how wonderful. I was just thinking how lovely it would be to see you, sweetheart. This day seems so short, my to-do list seems so long. Couldn't have put it better myself. Yeah, I don't know. I've stated and restated how many times already, but it's super crazy to think I've done a whole year of this. Like, back in... Actually, to be honest, I started a YouTube channel back in, like, January or something, right? January, I can't remember which day. Like, it was like a New Year's resolution, being like, oh, you know, I've always wanted to try this, but when I was younger I was too shy to do something like this. Too shy, hush, hush, eye to eye. No, to, I'd be like, I'm not very entertaining, why would anyone want to watch this in the first place, you know? But that's something, being entertaining is a muscle, I suppose, which you train up every single day. And, you know, one really good way to train it up is by recording 2 episodes every single day for an entire year, to help those natural conversation juices flowing, which, you know, honestly, it's a good soft skill to have in all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's super fun, especially because, I mean, I had so many games I wanted to play, and I was like, I just couldn't, for some reason, just couldn't find the motivation to do them. Doing it, performing, I suppose, performing, quote, in front of an audience, more just like, honestly, it's not really performing, I'm just sort of recording, aren't I? And just talking, because that's just how my brain works. But anyway, looking for old rap session with old Raymond, eh? You know that Benny came from remote island Radish, just to see us. I mean, I drove that far for some good veggie stew, so I guess I can't say anything, haha. It's just weird to think about back in, I think it was January 3rd or whatever, when I was recording that first episode of Bug Fables. Which, a fun fact, that isn't even the first video I recorded. I recorded one episode of Bug Fables, and then I watched it back because I was like, ooh, I'm the type to overthink these sort of things, so I like watched it back quite a few times. And I was like, this is terrible, I can't do this. So I was like, I record it again, try to put a bit more energy into it, and I look back at it like, not yesterday, but it was a few days ago, and I was like, wow, this is terrible. Not that my current videos are much better or anything like that, but it's just amusing. But obviously, I'm just starting out, so it's not like I went in with a high expectation of being like, wow, I'm going to be so extraordinarily entertaining straight off the bat or anything like that. Besides, that's not even really something I do. I'm much more of a sort of calm, measured sort of person, so the hype-up sort of style isn't really my thing. But yeah, it's nice to see your Fawnhallow and see how much it's grown. You remember what it used to look like? I can't even remember what it used to look like over here, to be honest. Because we've had this decoration style for so long. With Rainbow Road, or Rainbow Walkway, Rainbow Trail, whatever we called it. Yeah, so, I mean, today I just want to talk, to be honest. Just talk about random stuff, whatever. So it's not going to be much Animal Crossing gameplay, but it's okay. We can skip out a day of doing that sort of thing. But yeah, I didn't expect this to happen. Because I made those 4 episodes of Animal Crossing. Sorry. Hey, welcome to my top secret hideout, Reback. Hey, what's going on with your face today? Barely recognise you, dear. Sorry, I don't mean that in a bad way. You look great. Tried changing my look with face excising before, but it didn't work. But I can tell a semi with my teeth now. Strange, but sure. Yeah, it's sort of just... I recorded those first 4 Bug Fables episodes and, just completely abandoned it, like, immediately, because I was like, this is pointless. But, it's something you just got to stick with, and obviously I'm not, like, a multi-millionaire, high-flying YouTuber or something like that, but I don't intend to be. I just want to make something calm, nice, and pleasant, I suppose. And the fact that people are getting real enjoyment out of that sort of thing is heartwarming, I suppose. Not I suppose, it is, shall we say, full stop heartwarming. Even if it's just an audience of one. Sorry. Even if it's just, what was I saying? Even just an audience of one. Even if that one is myself. The fact I enjoy making these videos, I suppose, is the most important part. And plus, I played a lot of cool games that I've finally got around to doing. So, anyway, my home's your home, Rainy. I was so impressed when I heard all about the hard work you did yesterday, dear. Don't act humble now. I know you're building roads across the island all day, Rainy. Met a lot of nice people. Talked to a lot of people who randomly comment on my YouTube videos. We got a Discord server, of course, up and going. Go ahead and join that if you want to chat with me at any point. Sorry, I'm not very good conversationalist. Most of the time, I'm good at conversations with myself. With other people, I'm sort of just like I think I'm a bit too passive with that sort of thing. But maybe that's gotten better. So I guess this is kind of like a Fawnhollow tour, except I'm not really touring the island right now. I'm sort of just walking around it, just to give an overview update from such humble beginnings to where we are now. Who knew Fawnhollow would grow so much, and honestly continue to grow? I mean, I don't know how many videos I'm going to end up making forever in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I'd imagine there's going to be a stopping point where I'm just like, yeah, it's run its course. I can't do this forever, which is fair enough, because things aren't beautiful because they last, which is amusingly a Marvel quote, but it's a thing which I think rings true. It's just, things are nice like this, and we should make the most of what we got for now. Don't you think? Sorry, I didn't even read out what you said, Audie. Hey, it's super great to see you, and what do you need? I'm trying to turn my house into something a little more me. They say a house is kind of like your castle or something, right? Oh my gosh. Not to get you, off topic, but if I had a castle, that'd make me the princess, and I'd be the first ever princess pop star. Yeah, it's sort of just nice to sit back and relax, and of course we'll do that once we finish walking around the island, just not for really any particular reason. I just feel like we need a bit of cyclical structure, just like in stories. Start with a tour, end with a tour. Of our island. Actually, I guess we started with naming the island. You can't rename the island, nor does that really make sense. And I kind of like the name Fawnhollow, so maybe let's stick with it. Hey Rambler, the bug said you were walking this way, and now you're here. Yay. Hi Rambler, I heard some folk talking the other day. So you like horror movies more than any other kinds of movies? Is that right? Kind of. I mean, I like animated movies more, but I think horror as a genre is probably what I like. Horror, huh? Man, I didn't know nothing about that stuff, but it feels real. You gotta tell me all about horror sometime. Have we spoken to everyone? Everyone but Rowan. Don't know where Rowan is, but it's fine. Well, one day is no different from the others. I suppose it's generally how I view things like anniversaries and that sort of thing, but I suppose I should make a special effort, which is why I am making a special effort for this YouTube channel to actually do something. Let's just sit down and chat. Why don't we, We've got things in the works. for 2 videos tomorrow. No, not 2 videos, just 1 video, sorry. Just to give you a sneak preview, I suppose, there's a video tomorrow. Well, actually, no, there is 2 videos, technically, but one of them isn't such a video in a traditional sense, I suppose. And, you know, I'm not like a video editor or anything, so it's just going to be something casual and calm. And something else that I'm working on for a while to celebrate this sort of thing, so I was like, it'll be nice. But yeah, I met a lot of nice people, leaving lovely comments and stuff, all in these YouTube channels. Sorry, YouTube videos, that sort of thing, saying, enjoy my content, underrated. I got a nice voice, which is apparently something which comes up quite a lot in the Bug Fables. Let's Plays especially, so thank you for it, I suppose. I suppose it's nice, soft tones, I suppose, which people might like, I don't know. I suppose that's not really for me to judge, it's for you to comment on, I'm not really sure. But yeah, I suppose it's a heartfelt thank you to the support and that sort of thing, because, I mean, I suppose it's easy for me to try and think that, even without people watching or commenting or saying things, I'd be doing this anyway, continuously, for a whole year, but, you know, a year later, I don't think that's true, necessarily. I think it really is the fact that people are watching and people are leaving comments that are nice, and, you know, it's nice to think that I'm creating entertainment for people to watch and amuse themselves with it, I suppose, to phrase it most robotic way possible. Really is the sort of thing to motivate me and keep me creating these videos. I do intend, of course, to carry on this for as long as I can. I don't know how long that's going to be in the end, mind you. It might not be forever, especially when I get busier and busier. But, of course, I'm always trying to make time for these Animal Crossing videos, because it's nice to talk about things. It's nice to, you know, when you spend a day working, doing something intensive, and then you just sort of take a step back for half an hour, just like water some flowers, sit down, relax, look at the Animal Crossing, feel the Animal Crossing vibes, that sort of thing. I'm trying to look up at the sky, something like that. I've just been reflecting on my time in Animal Crossing, and that sort of thing, because this is Animal Crossing is a game I played when I was very young. Started Wild World back in, gosh, year 4, maybe? Year 5? I can't remember. Played a lot of that. I made some good friends in online communities that way, actually, for Animal Crossing as well. Online friends, that is. Back in a forum called the Bell Tree. I don't know if I've spoken about this before, I think. I don't know what's happened to them. Maybe someday I should go check back on the Bell Tree, see what they're up to now. I'll be like, oh, you're a completely different person. Like, I even went by a different name back then. I went by Isatar. Crazy, I know. And actually, honestly, this isn't my first stunt in YouTube video recording. Back when I was like, what you were saying? I can't remember. I mean, like Mario Party 6 minigame walkthroughs or something, and they were just weird, and I also swore in the videos. I remember one comment someone left was like, you sound very young to be swearing. And I was thinking, I was like, what? No way. And now I'm looking back at it, I must have been in primary school swearing. Mind you, I don't swear all that much right now. There's no need. I don't get so worked up, I suppose, and don't have those hormonal teenage angst or whatever. But yeah. Perhaps you wouldn't have guessed. I don't know. I suppose there's always more to underlying beneath the surface than what people often show. Wait, does that make sense? Does that sentence make sense? I don't know. It's been a whole year of me speaking like that, basically. Just absolutely nonsensical sentences and flowing conversations. Oh my gosh, what was that? Oh, that was my phone charm. Actually startled me. I was like, That was the strangest noises, like something from a horror movie. But yeah, I suppose future plans. I do feel like I should start perhaps making more interesting one-off sort of videos. Like an Animal Crossing, like I was going to make a joke video about an Animal Crossing villager tier list, but I just put every villager in S tier, which sounds hilarious, because that's just the sort of thing I do, you know. I don't just tend to have strong biases. I mean, I do have favourites of villagers, but they can all be S tier in my mind. Isn't that every villager is someone's favourite? Every Pokemon someone's favourite, every character is someone's favourite in some form or another, but it's all special that way, I think. You might say that's a very naive, idealistic way of looking at life, and I say perhaps it is, but I like it that way, and it's doing me wonders, and I'm happy with it, so what's wrong with it, I suppose, is what it boils down to. But yeah, it's crazy to think about. Like, I often think about, back on that topic before, what was it going to be like if I didn't get any views or whatever on Animal Crossing, or any other videos, to be honest, because, I know, mind you, I don't get tons, because, you know, I'm not that big, but 160 subscribers is way more than I thought. I thought I'd be like, maybe I'll do this for a year and I'll get like 20 subscribers, that'd be cool. But then, you know, got 167. There's also like 30 people in the Dear Darling Discord right? Oh, there's actually been a conversation since I last checked. That's okay, I'll read that later. There's like 35 people, and also a lot of people have joined really recently. I don't know where they come from. I should probably ask it at some point. Be like, where have you all come from? how did you end up here? But still, it's been nice. I feel like it helps with the fact that I like replying to people and comments and that sort of thing. So please, if you watch these videos and you don't already leave comments, do leave comments. You know, hit me up on Discord, talk to me about yourself. I don't know. I love to chat with people, that sort of thing. Even though if I don't always do that all the time, it's always quite nice. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should have a retrospective. Should we see like our top viewed videos or whatever in Animal Crossing? No, not Animal Crossing, and this channel in total. And interestingly, Bug Fables is actually a far more popular series than I thought. And I think that's probably to do with the fact that in Bug Fables, there's not many people playing it out there. And one, not many people playing Bug Fables. Two, but it's still relatively popular. Three, there's a lot of moments in the game where people get stuck and they look up Let's Plays to check like how to do something, and that's I think what actually contributed to a lot of my views. And fourth, I think, you know, the fact that I draw custom thumbnails really has helped that out a lot, to be honest. Like, I do a lot of drawing, and I don't post them over here obviously because this isn't my art. This isn't my like art social media, I suppose. This is my YouTube social media. This is more something I want to connect to myself as a personality, I suppose, and play video games on. My art stuff is sort of kind of separate to that, but I had it leak in to the YouTube channel to, you know, get some more eye-catching stuff going on, and I think that's helped a lot, having these eye-catching visual thumbnails, a very strong personified mascot, I suppose, which stands front and centre in all my branding, I suppose. It's a bit of a corporate way to put it, but that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, maybe that's why you might, if you're a viewer, you might have clicked on this video or any of the videos, because of the custom thumbnails, in which case it's done its job, I guess. Oh, that's not good sleep. Maybe we should go sit in different places of our island, why not? Let's go to this. There's nothing we need to sit in the summer section. Winter section, kind of. Oh no, let's sit here. I mean, we've got the sitter mode, why not use it? Wherever it is. Pop. That's a bit strange, but oh well. But yeah, I mean, my top view videos is actually this Bug Fables video. And camera, why are you like this? Please just... This is Joy-Con drift. At work. What if I just hold up? There we go. Episode 44, Bug Fables, Tidal Worms Up Stream Mountain. This is... I know this is the most popular video is because people don't know where Stream Mountain is or the Tidal Worm is in Bug Fables. It's really annoying to find, to be honest. So a lot of people, I assume should be to search it, you know? I never actually tried it. Why don't we just Google in incognito mode? Stream Mountain Bug Fables. I bet mine's going to be like the top result or something. There it is. Just randomly there, the top result. And I suppose that's to do with the benefit of me putting like all these little titles in for all these videos, which I think added like its own separate little charm for that sort of thing, which is why I like to do it. And adding descriptions to the Animal Crossing New Horizons videos to also add to the charm, make it a bit more personal, isn't it? Make it feel like a conversation, even though it's obviously a very one-sided conversation right now. In these videos, you're just listening to me talk, maybe in the background on your second monitor, before you go to sleep, which is fair enough. I feel like if I wasn't myself and I watched my own channel, that's probably what I do as well. It seems fitting. Anyway, second is Welcome Eric, with about 1,100 views. A lot of the early Animal Crossing ones did reasonably well, because when, you know, there was all the Animal Crossing hype. Later ones, not really, but they're not really for, like, the people watching these new ones are the people who are just, like, on the hype train. The people watching these older ones, sorry, not new ones, replace what the last sentence I said with new of older. People watching these newer ones are people who have been around for a while, and they apparently just love to hear me speak or something. I don't really know. Love the theoretical questions I always pose in these videos of something like that, but unfortunately none this time. It's all grounded in reality, which is, I suppose, a bit unusual for me. Third most popular video, where in the world is a Defiant Root Mayor? This one I also know. This one was like my first video to 1,000 views because no one could find the Defiant Root Mayor. And, you know, this is me myself. It took about 25 minutes or so trying to find him. Just wandering around Defiant Root in Bug Fables, being like, where is he? I don't know where he's gone. Yeah. I mean, this is great. This is like nostalgia. I know it's only a year-long nostalgia, but I still like looking back on it. Next one's Vanity Mirror. This one I don't know why it's so popular, and I didn't realise it was so popular until recently, where someone was like, oh, who else watches to try and find a mirror? How to get mirror in Animal Crossing. I was like, oh, this is why it's so popular. People are searching how to get mirror in Animal Crossing, and this video is coming up, and it's got absolutely nothing to do with it. it's almost a shame about all my earlier videos are the popular ones, because I feel like the commentary in it is so lackluster, I suppose. it's so strange. I know, it's uncanny. I suppose it's quite normal to look back on your previous selves. Is a bit of a weird way to put it, but how you were previously, and be like, weird. Be like, wow, I barely said anything this entire episode, but now I'm just like talking in a non-stop stream of nonsense, which I don't know if that's much better in retrospect, but still. The next two most popular ones: Welcome Vivian, Welcome Roscoe. Oh yeah, this Welcome Vivian one has the most comments I think on any of my videos. It's got 43 comments, and it's all because I didn't realise this. I was like, I was just looking through the analytics, like, I can't remember. It was like a few months ago or something, and I was like, why does this one have 43 comments? Because I was like, I don't remember that there being that many comments. I was like, I remember like a few people commenting me like, oh, Vivian's so underrated, Vivian's awesome, and I replied to be like, yeah, I'll hearted it or something. It was just one person saying hate mail, saying, ew, are you gay? And then I was like, what? And then there's so many people just coming to my defense being like, what's wrong with you? Don't be a hater, that sort of thing. Are you a homophobe? This person who is the homophobe, I suppose, is trying to defend themselves. So let's get this straight. Not gay. I'm bi and trans. There we go. So you had like a 1 in 2 shot of guessing any of the correct letters. You guessed the wrong one. So yeah. Anyway, that I probably shouldn't dwell on such hate talk like that sort of thing, but I just find it kind of funny, I suppose. You'd think I don't have enough self-confidence to get randomly insulted by people on the internet. Like, I don't even know who you are. I don't care. Well, not I don't care what you think, but more like I don't put much value on what you think, I suppose. I'd be like, because if I say I don't care what you think, it's like, oh, that's kind of like I'm acting self-centered. I'll be like, oh, I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm like, no, I want to not be a nuisance to people, obviously, and be a respectful person. It's like, when it's a personal attack like that, I'm just sort of like, what? Why even bother commenting that? It's just wasting both our times. Anyway, Welcome Roscoe, Bug's Adventure, first episode of Bug Fables. It's really bad. Maybe I should go watch it again. Become like a react channel or something. Watching my previous videos. Nah, that's something for like 5 years down the line. Oh, then it's Witness. Yeah, actually, Witness was a really popular series as well, surprisingly. And I think that's really what kicked off me being like, I should definitely play a lot more puzzle games, because there's so many comments I got about being like, wow, you're actually really good at a lot of these puzzles, or these sort of things you're doing. I can't remember, there's one specifically, it might be from Colin or something. Was it by Colin? I know, I can never remember names, but he has a default green avatar. He doesn't watch Animal Crossing series, but if you are watching, hi. It's like, I've watched like tons of playthroughs or whatever, and you are certainly doing a lot better than a lot of other them. I was like, oh, that's cool. Because often when I watch some other YouTubers, especially play puzzle games, I'm like, I already worked out a puzzle, why can't you do it as well? And I feel like maybe that's quite a common sentiment of that sort of thing. So, I should play more puzzle games, and hopefully people watch it and be like, we can solve them sort of at the same time. Because to be fair, it's actually quite difficult to solve puzzles, and also try and record and speak at the same time. So I don't blame people for failing. And oh, hello, balloon, goodbye. Can't bother to shoot you down. You're a gold balloon, you only got bells anyway, I don't need bells. It's something that people don't realise. It's really difficult to actually play games and try and be entertaining and record videos at the same time, which is something I didn't realise as well to begin with. You can see a lot of in my earlier videos, I suppose, until it sort of becomes natural. Like, and such that I can defeat Pantheon of Hallownest just while casually talking about absolute nonsense the entire time. Yeah, oh yeah, speaking about Hollow Knight, oh yeah, we should just look at playlists and look through previous video games, I suppose, and I'll just talk about them. I know this is very me-centered Animal Crossing vlog today, but like, give me a break. It's my 1 year anniversary, I suppose, in Animal Crossing. Why shouldn't it be me-centered? I mean, this entire channel is me-centered technically, because it's all about me, but still. Yeah, like first series, Bug Fables. I already talked about Agnosium. I love it. Love that game. It's Paper Mario 1000 Year Door style game. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is like in my top 5 favourite games of all time. It's got such a nice charm to it. I love the aesthetic about it. I love the characters. Kind Words is actually interesting, because I think this is probably the least popular series that I've recorded. Kind Words, not I don't think, like, I'm not one to camp user or any of that sort of thing. It's just not a very interesting one to watch. It's a fantastic game to play, but it's hard to watch and record videos for, because it talks about a lot of personal topics, I suppose, as it goes along. Heaven's Felt was interesting. It wasn't very popular, surprisingly, because I thought it was a very interesting game. Like, I don't know, how many views does this have? Can I see? Video count, view count, 145 views. How much does Kind Words have? 23, yeah, like, no one's watching Kind Words, which is fair. But Heaven's Felt was the first one, so what, 69 views, it's got 6 likes, which is quite strange. But yeah, I thought that was a really interesting game. It was a really interesting game, but there's a lot of dialogue in that game, I remember. I remember the mid portions of it was a bit of a slog. I really liked the language parts, I didn't like the exploration parts, but that's just me as a person. I dislike exploring, but as much as I like solving puzzles. But it was really interesting. They built up a really nice world in that sort of place. Made me curious about it, and apparently there's a lot of different interpretations that you can get from the game, which is something that's just awesome. Because then, if you know multiple people who play a game, you can share your own experiences and that sort of thing. You got Snakebird and Snakebird Primer. It's definitely my top 5 favourite puzzle games. It doesn't make my top 10 list of favourite video games because, I don't know, I suppose it's just a bit too short. It's a really interesting mechanic. Also, very unpopular, I don't think like, yeah, but the 2 different games combined have 40 views, which is like nothing for playlist starters. So yeah, no one like that. Short Hike, I loved Short Hike. I felt like it was one which, it's sort of like a Animal Crossing style game. Very relaxing, with just casual conversation and that sort of thing, meeting nice, cute characters and that sort of thing. But it's just not very well known, so I suppose it didn't really take off. 32 views, whatever. Lacquerine, oh, that was such a heart-wrenching game, sorry. 42 views. I think most people, Lacquerine's a really old game, which most people have never heard of. Like, yeah, the first video's only got 16 views and no one's watched this. But then you start picking things up, you know, you get Witness, this next one. Ooh, I already spoken my piece about Witness, I suppose. Fantastic puzzle game. Plays into my strengths of basically establishing rules and then being like, alright, now solve these puzzles according to these rules. That I'm very good at. And apparently it showed. Apparently I did rather well on a lot of these things. Nearly 100%ed it, but I didn't go the entire way because I was like, that's too much work. But to be fair, the rest of the stuff I was missing, it wasn't any puzzles, it was all like stuff to find, not collectibles. I was like, I don't want to do that. Grim Fandango, amazingly charming game, which apparently is also surprisingly popular, out of nowhere. Like, for some reason the playlist has 175 views. For such an old game, but this was, like, all these games that I chose, basically, because I wanted to play them. They're games in my playlist. I don't know if any of these games are ones I bought specifically yet. The first one I bought specifically to record for YouTube was Return of the Obra Dinn, so... Hollow Knight, this is a game which I'd been recommended to play for ages and ages, and is probably, maybe it's the 4th most popular series. It's got 1,000 views, this playlist. How much does Witness have? 1,000 as well, just a tiny bit more. Which is amazing because Hollow Knight has nearly 100 episodes, which is just absurd. Wow, it's got 12 likes on the first episode. I didn't realise so many people like this video. Nice. I mean, it's cute. But it's one I've completed quite a lot of. And, you know, some people actually watch it from start to end, which is absurd to me, because that's like 100 videos, 3,000 hours, no, 3,000 minutes, I can't do maths, that's like 50 hours, that's like, you have to watch it like for 3 days, like 2 days at least, straight, without sleeping. That's crazy. Opus Magnum, you know, I think this is the point where I was like, you know, I should definitely think about doing more puzzle games, but I was starting to run out of puzzle games. I don't know what to do, and someone recommended Obra Dinn. Opus Magnum wasn't very interesting. I suppose it's not a very interesting one to watch. It's just going to be talking for a lot of it. But yeah, Return of the Obra Dinn it's only a recent series, so it hasn't been out for very long, but I think it's been pretty popular. Like, it's been out, yeah, about a month, and it's got 200 views already. That one's a fantastic game. Just a fantastic mechanically, a game with fantastic mechanics, and ones which do it so surprisingly well. Not surprisingly well, but amazingly well. I didn't notice we still have a Christmas wreath up on our door. But still, oh well. That's a tomorrow problem, not a today problem. A year 2 problem, I suppose. That was a really fun one. The art time lapses, I guess we can talk about that later. Spiritfarer, that's not quite ended, but the next episode... No, not... The next one I need to record will probably be the last episode. But, that's been a fantastically relaxing game. All that good stuff. Tango Tower Celeste still ongoing, so who knows how that will end up, but I'm having a fantastic time playing them. Art time lapses is also a super good idea. I initially didn't really want to mix too much of my art in this YouTube channel. I wanted to mainly make it focused on playing games, but people really enjoy watching them. So, you know, fair enough, I'll keep doing them. And there might be one tomorrow, just saying. Keep an eye out for that. No, hopefully if I finish it in time, it's actually, like, you'll see it tomorrow, but it's, it's taking so long. It's by far and away the one I spend the most time in. But it's very nice. So anyway, I don't know, that's been half an hour retrospective, I suppose, on all of this. It's been lovely doing all of these things, and thank you if you've supported me this entire way. Even if you didn't watch this entire video. Oh, Rowan, there you are. But you're bringing it. I'll have to patrol Fawnhollow, Rambler. I'm leaving that sector over there for you. And it's been wonderful this entire time. See all these faces. Or, not faces, but when I say faces, I mean like people commenting. Usernames, I guess, but that sounds a bit less personal. So yeah, I know. If you've been here for however long you've been here, even if you never watched a video, if you watched them all, thank you very much for all your support. It truly means a lot to read all the very nice comments and that sort of thing. And hopefully, the nice videos, which I'll hopefully be releasing tomorrow, or what I suppose, let me think, it's going to be 15 hours from whenever this video comes out, hopefully. So I should try and release it at 3 PM and maybe one at 9 PM. It kind of depends. It kind of depends if I can get it done in time. But they're pretty close to being finished, so hopefully they will. But yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all your support. It's been lovely. And it really has meant a lot to me. So, I suppose to wrap up 1 year in Animal Crossing, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated, and there's links down below. And I hope we can see each other again next year. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. And thank you.